Hello, 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 hello. All of you that's watching, hear me live. I am so pleased the fact that I'm here and you're listening. And as you know, we are in that, we're about that time. I gave you guys about a week and a half off before I actually got connected again. This show is strictly in English at this moment. The version that if you want to see this version in a Creole format, you can go in fruits and veggie revealed Creole version. So this one is in English, and I am so happy the fact that I'm coming right here in North Miami live to you, presenting information that's causing transformation for this generation and the generation to come. Without further ado, we are going to go deep into our study. Just so you know, what I am speaking about is fruits and veggie. Makes a difference in my body. It's in a powder format. What I will go ahead and do and start by giving you all the information that you need. So first of all, if you want to be in communication with me, all you have to do is call 305-407-9227, 305-407-9227. Now, we also have a new platform, which is Twitch. All of you that's watching us, I just want to let you know, make sure you do like, of course. That's important. Also subscribe, and then definitely do the notification. But there's a fourth thing I want you to do. Send this information to WhatsApp to everybody you know. You will understand the reason why I am taking time out of my schedule to really impart that information in your listening. And I do believe that at the end of this show, you will understand. And one thing I like to do, I like to show you what I'm talking about. So you will basically be able to see it on the screen, what I'm generating for you. So we are on Facebook also. For all my folks on Facebook, what's up? Make sure you share this, share it as much as you can. My YouTube channels and Twitter account, of course. Let's make sure we make this information go viral so that people can know that there are natural herbs that they don't want us to know about. Our food, as Hippocrates said, let thy food be thy medicine and thy medicine be thy food. And as long as you keep on making sure that your food is your medicine, that will make a huge impact. For those who want to come see me, very simple. You can always come to 855 Northeast 125th Street. It's very simple. I just want to make sure that you do understand we are very accessible. There are some people, they're not as accessible, but we are. And that's exactly what we're here to do. So 855 Northeast 125th Street, North Miami, Florida, 33161. Now, I am so happy the fact that I have the ability to actually share with you what makes sense. Now, you probably want to send me a postcard if you have some information, or if you want to send me your lab results, you want me to review it for you, we can actually do that as well. Once we review your lab results, it'll give us an opportunity to actually really speak on something that makes sense. Now, I want to make sure I take my hat off so that we can get started, okay? Don't let me take the coat off. If you let me take the coat off, it's going to be worse, okay? You ready? So 855 Northeast 125th Street, North Miami, Florida, 33161. For those who cannot wait, but you want to send me your lab results as quickly as possible, you could always send it to docnaturel@gmail.com, docnaturel@gmail.com. You can send your lab results there. I'll take a look at it. We'll make some suggestion and really take care of you. Now, you might, for those who've been following me for a while, you might wonder why I always speak about the body management system, which is comprised of 5 supplements: Cascara Sagrada, beetroots, ACS, 3Bs, and alfalfa. And I'll give you more information about that in a little bit. Well, one thing I want to say, the body management system, if you that's watching, you refer the site to 10 people who actually watched it, okay? And out of those 10 people, 2 of them actually sent it to 10 people that watch it as well. Not only you get a free consultation either on the phone or at the office to do live blood analysis, I will also throw in those 5 products. The body management system. Okay, Cascara Sagrada. It actually helps remove, it's an alternative. It removes a body waste. So for all my folks who've been getting They're who have gone and get some chemical waste voluntarily and involuntarily. I want to let you know it is important that you speak to me. You have 60 days to get these wastes out of your body. I know some of you had to do it voluntary. Some of you had to do it involuntarily. Just want to let you know it's important to keep the body free from things that were not supposed to be there to begin with. You know, our Creator has given us the ability to have herbs to really be our food. And you can see this. I don't have to actually really talk much about it. If you want to see where my authority comes in, the authority that I'm speaking of is very simple. You will find it in Genesis 1, verse 29. And it says, and God said, behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. And what it means by that meat is talking about food. And that's why Hippocrates was one of those early physicians who was actually sentenced to jail because he kept on saying that, guess what? Food, right? Food be thy medicine, medicine be thy food. So what really happens is that anytime you go contrary to the grain, contrary to what the status quo is, this is a recipe for disaster. And that's why most people want to really follow the rules. They really don't want to be subject to how we could call digital or vocal castration. And I know people may say that I'm using harsh words, but I'm just telling you, anytime that you go against the status quo, this is what happens, okay? So for all of you, I am starting a show on an American station. So it's going to be strictly English. I'm going to have 27 minutes to really push this as fast as possible so that you can understand why we're here. So Cascara Sagrada removes bio waste, any type of waste in your colon, in your body. It's a detoxifier. Beetroots. Beetroots has nitric oxide. Okay, it also has sulfur that helps clean your liver. We have ACS. ACS is really awesome. It's all cell salt. These are all the ingredients that you find in the sea, in organic material that really helps balance your body. It has things like Irish moss, all those good things that helps kelp to helps balance your thyroid. We have 3Bs. 3Bs has 3 types of component. Bee pollen that helps with people who tend to be stressed, adrenal issue. Bee propolis, which is a natural antibiotic. And the last piece of the puzzle is royal jelly. That's an elixir of life. It actually helps prolong life. And of course, my good old friend alfalfa, which is the father of all herbs. Anybody who has not encountered alfalfa, that herb is just really awesome. And it has 17 vitamin and mineral. It's an anti-inflammatory. It nourishes your body. It really helps balance your digestive system, especially if you have acid reflux. There are certain things it helps with that. So that's why I typically talk about those. And remember, if you forward this message to 10 people, you get that actually looked at it, right? Because I am keeping track. Those 10 people who looked at it, automatically, you get what? You get to get a free consultation with me. Okay, the value of that is up to $225. Okay, if 2 of those people decided to send it to 10, so empower them to share this. So 4 things you're doing: like, subscribe, notification, and then share it. You want to do those 1, 2, 3, 4. When you do that, you will notice why we're actually doing that. Okay, so once you have the body management system, I know that I'm at peace. Whatever you're actually dealing with, you'll see that these things will help keep your body solid and give you the ability to earn a living sick-free. And that's why most people don't get what we talk about. Now, there's something that I'm going to share with you that really had me do what I'm doing right now. This book is a book that's been around for ages. Now, the funny thing is that only a certain group of people know about it. And those group of people tend to be a healthy bunch, those who follow it. It has a lot of information spiritually and also things relating to health. It's called Counsel on Diet and Foods. Some of you can get it online. For all those who want to support me, the first 15 callers who call 305-407-9227, you will have the opportunity to receive that book for free. All you do is pay for shipping and handling. Get it. You'll understand. We're going to be speaking so much on that. Actually, we're also giving you an ability to actually do the first month for free, the seminars that I do on a conference call. So once you get the book, you'll get all the information to participate in the conference call where you can share what you learned from it. It talks about things like controlled appetite, overeating, eating and disease. It talks about the psychology of digestion, things relating to diet and rational remedy. So it is fruit, cereal, vegetable. It gives you those counsel, timeless stuff that there are people who have been using, but the mainstream does not know it. As I said, the pandemic that we're in right now has only showed one thing to the world, that us has a superpower in the United States. We have a sick care system that has not worked. Get it? For the amount of people that we were not able to control, the amount of people that already had pre-existing conditions. And that's the reason why we're dealing with those type of things. Now, by the time that all this was said and done and people were shutted in, what was happening is that the pandemic was already out there. It was already all out there. People have been exposed to it to begin with. They just did not know. And that's the reason why the best remedy is prevention. And this is why it pushed me to actually set up pandemic prevention and rescue program. And for all those who are watching, we're going to speak about, again, the fruits and veggie. But if you want to know more, please make sure that you contact me either through 305-407-9227, or you can always send me an email at docnaturel@gmail.com. Again, you can always contact me through my phone, 305-407-9227, or you can always send me an email at docnaturel@gmail.com. Now, I do know that some of my folks who are not so much into online, but you might be watching this next to a friend, you might want to be sending me some kind of documents that might be concealed that you don't want people to know about. You can always send it to my address at 855 Northeast 125th Street, North Miami, Florida, 33161. I just want to let you know my goal is to really impact the world of natural living and really give people an opportunity to know that we are way greater than this whole thing that's occurring. Everybody has a family member or knows somebody that knows somebody, if not themselves, who have been affected by that pandemic. And what my job is to do is to really create a listening for healthy eating, healthy living, and really putting the right stuff in our body, for our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. And that's one of the things I think that will make a huge impact. So you may see I keep on talking about the 3-packs powder. Well, this is something that's really awesome. 3-packs powder. Let's start right now with complete nutrition. And this is something that I will be speaking about more. And you may check my other videos, and I've been speaking about that. So there's definitely a thing that you can do. So you may hear 3-pack powder, just so you know, they're all different. Okay, so it's important. So that one I've been taking, it is so awesome. Okay, that's complete collagen. It helps my facial. Look at my face. You see? All right. So I'm telling you, this is so awesome. And of course, complete nutrition, that's been very helpful. And of course, the last powder is this guy. Again, if you want to get all those, it'll run you $275 unless you go to herbsshoppingnetwork.com. When you go to herbsshoppingnetwork.com, you can get 10 to 15, even 30% off. So if I were you, get that address and go there right now and make sure you get some of that good stuff. I have a lot of people who said, Max, can you help me? Right now I'm at home. I have no means to get anything. I'd love to start something. So definitely reach out to us. You can go to maxcarre.com. By going to that website, you are able to start a business right away. Up on day one, I'll coach you and I'll show you what you can do. Everything is about sharing. if you take the time to actually share what matters to you, share basically what's coming up for you, we can really make a difference to you. So all you go to is maxcarre.com, and then you'll see that how you can actually start a business online in the health and wellness industry. Okay, so it gets us to our good thing, which is called the body management system. All right, you ready? So the body management system, as I spoke before, this is connecting to what we call the 8 laws of health. So the 8 laws of health is nutrition, exercise, water, sunshine, temperance, air, rest, trust in divine creator. That's something that is so awesome to do. So let's start with nutrition. When we talk about nutrition, there's 90 essential nutrients that our body needs. And some have said it's 93 now. It's important to understand of those 90 essential nutrients, more than 90 essential nutrients that's available to you. We have exercise. You want to do that at least once a day. You want to do it at least 3 times a week, whether you do 20 minutes or more. 20 minutes is a very good one that you could start with. That will help. Water, you want to be drinking water, because water is one of the things that's really our body is made of, the most of our body is made of. And that's one of the things that will help move certain things, clean out some things, and conduct and help the cleansing to happen in our body. Sunshine. Now, for those who are you're in the sunshine state, you've been blessed immensely. And those who are not in a state that has enough sun, well, I feel bad for you because you don't know what you're missing. Our sun has been able to provide us with protection, has given us the ability to melt the cholesterol crystal and have them turn into a vitamin D3, which is really important, especially during this pandemic. Fresh air. You will not find me in my office. You'll always find me outside, because I know there's fresh air is better than the air that is conditioned. And of course, rest. I found out from sleeping alone, I lost 10 pounds with no exercise. So if you want to actually remove a 10-pound quickly, make sure you get some sleep if you're not getting any. Okay, there's so many reasons bodies can actually act out of whack. So I am glad I was able to actually share all this with you. Now, for those who want to support or have been supporting the show, is very simple. You could PayPal me /Max. That's one great way you can actually keep the show going. As a matter of fact, we're doing fundraising immensely for this show that we're doing. And we are this close of, we didn't want to have to do a GoFundMe, but most likely this is something that is going to be going on. As of Monday, I am going to erect a GoFundMe, and solely to do one thing alone, to be able to actually get the show, the ministry that we're getting on. It's a Christian station where we're actually going to be sharing, counsel on diet and foods. And I truly believe that will make a difference. And our hope is to actually really be funded for literally 5 years to come. And because we already know how long this pandemic is going to make a difference in many people's lives already. So imagine you're having people who are being vaccinated, who are getting sick, or people who are not vaccinated, who are getting sick. There are some people who are vaccinated who have not been sick. So there's a lot of variables. And what really sucks is the fact that is if you figure that, okay, I've taken some precaution and I'm still getting sick. There are people who are getting supplements who are getting sick. The thing is, you want to really get on this show because you'll understand not all supplements are made alike. Most of us been exposed to synthetic vitamins, synthetic minerals, synthetic natural herbs. And I'm telling you, if it's synthetic, it's not wholesome. So it's not going to make the difference that you think it should be making. For a while, it could assist you. But after a while, your body's going to like, what you giving me that counterfeit for? And this is what the whole matter has been since the beginning of time. Just like we talk about, our God is so great that we worship him, but the enemy also wants worship. It wants our allegiance. And we see that in the book of the Gospels when Satan was actually saying to Christ, worship me, bow down before me, and I'll give you everything in this world. And it's so funny. You're trying to give everything that is not even yours, but that's a funny thing though, right? So I am so glad that you actually connected. So get it? We are going to fund this show, and I assert that this show is going to be funded for 5 years to come. So you get the ability. You can sow, just like the Bible talked about, 30, 60, or 100% of your time. Share this thing, and you'll see why. Some people have decided to do cashapp, more power to you. And some people have decided to do Zelle. And those who decide to do Zelle, more power to you as well. Again, you're sowing in this work. Now, let's get started in what I call the most awesome thing ever. All right. Let's get you started. So since you're already used to my face, I am going to request of you that I be excused from this presentation. So while I be excused from this presentation, you'll have an opportunity to see this fully. All right. Is that okay, or you just want my face to be out altogether? Why don't we get my face out altogether? All right, perfect. So I am so glad that you've given me the opportunity to share what matters to me and what will matter for a lot of you. For those who probably just got connected to us, my name is Max Olivier Carre, Max O. Carre. Most people who actually know me in the business world, you'll know me by that. One of the things that's really important for me to actually share with you, I want to make sure I put my office number there before I actually get started bigly. You know who I'm I'm not good. I'm saying bigly, you know who I'm referring to, okay? All right. So one of the reasons that I am really pushing this to the level of magnitude that I am is because I know that we can make a huge difference in our lives. And this information, the very fact it can make that much of a difference in our lives, that's what pushed me to actually. And I think by doing that, I'm giving all of you an opportunity to see why there's so many secrets in the natural health industry. And when I say the secrets, these are secrets that entirely, I got to tell you, they do not want you to know about it. And the fact they don't want you to know about it, that you will see why I have decided to come out to really share them, because I think that it could make a difference for you. Okay, I'm trying to make sure that the screen is adjusted accordingly, because I didn't want it to be too big. I want it to be just enough so that we can share that with you. Okay, let's see. All right. When I increase it, I'll know if it's really well centered. Okay, I think that could do. All right. So, as I said to you before, there are natural herbs that they don't want us to know about. When you keep on saying, Max, what do you mean by they don't want you to know about? Well, there's reason why I will say that they don't want you to know about. Those herbs, they make a difference. And the fact that they make a difference in your life, that's the reason why we're actually here to begin with. Again, so we were talking about the optimal fruits and veggie, which is an essential daily nutrients. It has over 20,000 antioxidant unit per servings. And the real reason we're here is because I want to make sure that you understand when Hippocrates said, let thy food be thy medicine and thy medicine be thy food, it meant it. So for those who need a little bit of help to see a little bit better, optimal fruits and veggie plus is the most powerful antioxidant and phytonutrient rich powder available. Now, the reason they're saying that it's rich is because I got to tell you straight up, it took time to put all these things together, and they made sure that they have all the ingredients that is really put together in a way that is so awesomely made so that you guys can have the opportunity to have something that is really magnificent. We start with over 24 raw, organic, pesticides, chemical-free fruits, vegetables, and herbs sourced from 15 different countries, blended in a great tasting, easy mix formula. The Fruits and Veggie Plus, it reduces systemic inflammation in organs and tissues throughout the body. This amazing powder also neutralizes all 5 free radicals that cause over 60 known diseases. It is extremely potent anti-aging drink that reduces oxidative damage caused by environmental pollutant and daily stress. So imagine the lifestyle that most of us are living. We're living in a very affluent country. And the thing about living in an affluent country is the fact that we are going to be dealing with certain things that most people in the countryside don't get to live in. Now, we're dealing that, you notice that back in the days, there used to be emission tests in Florida. I don't know about other states, but in Florida, we don't do emission tests anymore. And the reason we don't do emission tests is because guess what? They tell you that it doesn't matter, you know, but in reality, it did matter. They figure that most cars now is higher efficiency. They're not really giving as much pollution. Well, have you ever showered and then went out for just 1 hour, not doing anything, and then come back in? If you go back to shower and you see, where does all that dirt come from? Well, a lot of the industrial, and I will be doing a show on toxicity before. I've done one before. I will be doing one that's more expanded on industrial toxicity. They release toxins and really toxins in the air with ultrasound type of machines that reduce the pollutions to make them so thin that you can't see it with the naked eye. But yet we are breathing these things. They are being exposed to our skin, and all these things are happening. So you wonder, why is cancer so prevalent? The worst part is that a lot of times people are yelling for waste. I want to let you know the waste, we've been breathing the waste. We've been eating it. And of course, we're taking it in different ways nowadays. One serving of optimal fruits and veggie plus has over 13 times the antioxidant potency of the average American gets per day, with over 20,000 antioxidant unit per 15 gram of serving. What that really means for us is that we are given the opportunity to actually really make a huge difference in our health. And this is something that most people don't get to do. They really do not get to actually create transformation in that level. So let me give you an example what I mean by that. So let's take quickly the antioxidant chart. Now, the part that's in red, you notice that's the average American daily diet. It says up to 13 times more. Imagine that. Fruits and veggie has 13 times more antioxidant potency than what the average American daily intake is. So that's why you wonder, no wonder why people are getting sick. No wonder why people are having those type of issues. Well, one thing I want to do, and I'm not going to go on the fine prints. I've done this before in an artist show. I want to basically give you an opportunity to see this the right way. And I'm glad that I am getting the opportunity to do so right now. Imagine yourself that you having an ingredient, a powder that gives you the ability to promote cardiovascular health, healthy glucose metabolism, healthy vision. I remember the guy that I have a guy that he came for pancreatic cancer, and he couldn't drive. The first time he came with like 3 people because he needed a driver. And 3 weeks later, when he came back, he came by himself. I'm like, what happened? He said, I got to ask you, doc, what's in that stuff? Because I couldn't see well. Why am I seeing well right now? And I told them, when you have issues with pancreas, you have issues with your digestive system, which you've struggled for years, it is so possible that you will have issues with deficiency. So by taking these things, and I had him take it up to like 6 times a day, because the more antioxidant level you go, that's in your body, that's present in your body, the more it will neutralize the free radicals, right? Well, that's what we did for him. Healthy inflammatory response, healthy brain function, healthy aging, fruit and veggie support, healthy immune response, healthy skin, urinary tract health. Now, you heard me talk about the 5 types of free radicals in specialized testing to ensure that all are neutralized. And I am going to increase this a little bit more so that more of you are present to what I'm talking about. Okay? So let's talk about those 5 free radicals that it really works on. So first of all, there's peroxyl radical. This free radical damages cell lining,
increases the inflammation, damage the arteries of the body.
This is why peroxyl radical greatly influence cardiovascular disease such as atherosclerosis, heart disease. The antioxidant test that measures a food ability to neutralize peroxyl radical is called ORAC. The best antioxidant food to combat peroxyl radical, it is found in that specific cruciferous vegetable rich in sulforaphan, created in the highest ORAC rating. A few examples of that is broccoli, sprouts, broccoli, carrots, spinach, and kale, which are all found in fruits and veggies. That's one of the reasons that I am so gung-ho about that type of nutrients. Now, for all my folks who actually want to know more about this, please do not hesitate. You can always connect with us at 305-407-9227. Again, 305-407-9227. That will give you an opportunity to actually understand why we're here and why we're actually making a difference in the lives of so many people. The second free radical that makes really that big Okay, we're back. I had to sit because I noticed that this thing had stopped for a little bit. Okay, we're back. I had to sit because I noticed that this thing had stopped for a little bit. Okay, so I don't need Minimax. Minimax was actually there with me, dealing with all the technical difficulties. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and I will tell you something that is not true, okay? Usually whenever I'm doing shows like that, even when I'm at church, I gotta say it, and the mic sometimes go out. Sometimes there's always something that happens, right? So what I always tell my friends, and again, I think it's not true. I'm just gonna say I'm making it up. What usually happens is that the sound, something always go wrong. So whenever it goes wrong like that, I always say that it must be because what I was sharing was making sense. But again, like I said, it's not the truth. It's just my perception, okay? So I'm glad that we're back on. I really hated the fact that we were not going to be able to do this, but I'm glad that it's back, okay? So let's take advantage of this, and we're going to do this the right way, okay? All right, fruits and veggie, and then we're going to share the sites so that we can make sure we get the maximum out of this. All right, let me go back to sharing the screen. And then we could take it from there. Thank you very much for your patience. You guys are so lovely. I am glad that I have you guys watching. Okay, remember what I said. Anytime it's something important, I'll have some challenges. So I hope you guys are able to see this. So we were at the second part, which was this one. I'm going to increase it a little bit. Oops, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, hold on. Let me get it. And then let me move it to the side. Okay. So we were at this area where we said green tea. Okay, I don't know how much of that you missed, but let me recap real quick. Okay, so let me make sure I make myself a little smaller. Give me a second. All right, a little smaller. Okay, good. Superoxide anion radical, okay? It affects the mitochondria. So let's say when you're exercising, if you find yourself to be weak, you're not able to recover, you lose energy, you have all these problems, that's what happens. So it's important that you have the food that you're eating, the energy that comes, the oxygen that comes, it turns it into energy when you eat. So the best food to really combat superoxide anion radical are green tea. I take like a pill twice a day, sometimes 2 pills twice a day, just to really bring up the EGG. I just want to make sure that ECCG, that really gives my body the best option to fight any free radicals. Apples, elderberry, berries, all these are found in the fruits and veggie. And again, I keep on showing it to you. This is the guy. All right. One thing I love about Complete Nutrition, it has fruits and veggie in it. So people say, well, am I doubling? I said, no, what you do, you would take fruit and veggie once, and then the Complete Nutrition, whether you want to gain weight or lose weight, that will determine how you would actually use that. And that's the reason why I make sure that I talk so much about this thing, because I want to make sure that everybody knows how to take care of themselves. So here's the next one. Hydroxyl radical. These free radicals are implicated in most cancers and autoimmune disease. The hydroxyl radical targets the body DNA and create oxidative damage that can render the body susceptible to debilitating disease. The antioxidant tests that measure the food ability to neutralize hydroxyl radical, it's called HORAC. And it's important to understand the best antioxidant foods to combat hydroxyl radicals are turmeric extract, garlic, concentrated basil, It's important that you also get oregano, cinnamon. These are all things that we use when cooking, but think about it. You say, I may use these things to cooking, but are you getting it on the raw form where your body can actually make a difference for yourself? And that's the reason why we're really talking about this. We can make a huge difference in our lives. Now, the next one is called, and again, the fruits and veggie has it, the singlet oxygen radical. That part, it really hits home for me. You see, my grandma on my dad's side ended up blind. And the reason I know of that is because as a baby, people told me that all she had the ability to actually do is to feel my skin because I was very hairy. So she used to call me, it's a word in Creole that's called tonton plume. Tonton plume is basically, it's like saying uncle, that is their hairy uncle. That's basically how I would say it, tonton, hairy uncle. Don't know why, but because that's all she was able to do. Feel. And when you think about that, what are the conditions that would lead people to getting blind? You notice that there's people with blood sugar issues, people who are really dealing with macular degeneration. So singlet oxygen radical is called. Singlet oxygen radical are free radicals that targets tissue, nerve, blood flow to the eyes. Single oxygen radical have been implicated in eye disease such as macular degeneration. The antioxidant test that measures the food ability to neutralize oxygen radical is called SOAC. And fruits and veggie covers this free radical also. The best antioxidant food to combat singlet oxygen radical are bilberry, raspberry, blackcurrant, blueberry, sweet cherry, acai, and other assorted berries, all found in fruits and veggie. You know, before I do the fifth one, the thing that I keep on wondering, I'm like, it's so awesome to see that if this show was about talking about another person, gossiping about what's going on, cursing, doing so many other things, you imagine the amount of people who would jump in as long as something negative, people who would be jumping in just to actually see what this person is doing. If I was really doing all the letters of alphabet, bleep, 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 think about the amount of people every day that's going blind. And they saying to themselves, but there's nothing like that in my family. Why am I a victim? And the person is really have legitimate question. Why am I sick? Why me? Why now? And these are the things that people got to deal with. And that's the reason why we do this, because we understand it's only going to be the few that make a difference in their lives. So let's go to my all-time favorite, the last one, which is peroxide nitrate radical. Targets nerves and implicated in many neurodegenerative disease such as Alzheimer, Parkinson's disease. Because peroxide nitrate radical damage nerves, many nerve disorder problems can be traced to this particular free radical. The antioxidant test that measures a food ability to neutralize peroxide nitrate radical is called NORAC, which fruits and veggie is tested and proven to combat the peroxide radical. The best antioxidant food to combat peroxide nitrate is aceolo cherry, camu camu, mangosteen, quercetin, and acai, all found in fruits and veggie. Now, a lot of times people don't realize that we suggest nutritional support being 100% raw fruit juice source, metabolic disorder, cancers, improved taste, and other powders, systemic inflammation, healthy snack, degenerative disease, antioxidant source, and phytonutrient source. Imagine that you have all that. What major difference would it make in your body? Where would you want to go from there? Well, that's the part that makes a huge difference. And that's the reason why I like to really talk about this. Guys, girls, I'm going to go back in here. Let's go back home here. Just think about it. What would make a huge difference for you? Why would you not want to really take care of yourself? Now, one of the reasons we're talking about this is because we're having, as the Bible said, my people are perishing for lack of knowledge. And imagine if only you had access to it. Your family members, my family members, some of my family members are not even privy to this. Most of the time, people do not care. But as I said before, if you really want to impact your life and to really have your life work for you and your health around this time, and to really get your body to be pandemic free, to have your environment to be pandemic free, this is your time right now. I challenge you to really call 305-407-9227, 305-407-9227. I also would recommend you to go to herbsshoppingnetwork.com and really get those powders. I'll give you an opportunity to see them again. Complete Nutrition, which also has the fruits and veggie, the collagen, and of course, my good old fruits and veggie, which we spoke of today. All that can make a huge difference. We spoke about this, and I want to let you know, eventually I am going to give you more info about the others. But today, that's just about my time. I think that you can make a difference. And the challenge I give to everybody, remember, like it, subscribe, notification, and fourth, share. When you share it with 10 people, you get a test at no cost at my office. If those 2 people out of your 10 shares it with 10, I also get you have the ability to receive from me at no cost cascara sagrada, beetroots, ACS, 3Bs, and of course my good old friend alfalfa. All right, my name is Maxo Carre. I am so pleased that you have given me the opportunity to be in your listening. If you want to be in communication with me, again, 305-407-9227, 305-407-9227. You can also reach me at .naturel@gmail.com. Any question, any lab results you want me to check out for you, I will. Again, you can visit me at 855 Northeast 125th Street, North Miami, Florida, 33161. Again, that's a good thing. You can always see me. Yes. And for all those who want to support our program, do not hesitate. You can always do PayPal me, paypal.me/Healthmax. You can always cash out Max Carre, and you can always do Zelle. And again, we are going to start what we call a GoFundMe so that we can finance 5 years of this mission. And out of that, I wish and pray and hope and plan that we have more naturopaths really doing this, having more herbalists coming out, speaking about what matters, making a difference. I know most of us tend to get discouraged because, again, the stuff that should be in the news, that's not what's in the news. But I want to let you know this show has been created specifically, even if it's one person, that it makes an impact in one person. That's one person more that we can get on the right track. And you're holding me to account. I'm holding you to account. My name again is Max Carre, and I'm so glad that you have given me your listening. Bon bye, guy. Thank you.